Hi everyone, welcome to watergoddess tarot. So today we are looking into messages from your ancestors. For that you have 3 piles, 3 images to choose from. I'll show you the close-ups as well. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. You can pause the video, take your time and choose the image that you feel drawn to the most intuitively. Meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what your ancestors want to say to you right now. For you we have Be the real you, Answer the call, Sea serpent, Transmutation of anger, and the last card we have lavender. Okay. Alright, pile number 1. Now your ancestors want you to embrace yourself for who you are and not for what or who the world wants you to be. Okay, these are 2 different things. You are being encouraged via this reading to embrace your authenticity and simply be yourself. The right people will find you, they will like you, they will love you, and they will accept you for who you are. You need not pretend to be likable. You need not do things that are going to make you likable or that are going to kind of, make you fit in a particular environment. Learn to say no to people. Learn to take a stand for yourself. There is no harm in you being your most, I would say, flawed version of yourself, because none of us are perfect. Okay? Nobody is perfect. Everyone is learning with each passing day. Everyone is discovering new aspects to their personality on a daily basis, depending upon, the situations or the interactions they're having with people, etc., etc. So here, your ancestors really want you to be yourself. Otherwise, you will lose your essence. So if you're not very happy or charged up at this point in your life, that is because you are pleasing everybody except for yourself. Okay, you're thinking how you're supposed to behave at your workplace so that your boss kind of likes you or your colleagues appreciate you or you're in the good books of everybody, how to be a good son, how to be a good daughter, a good husband, a good wife, a good friend for that matter. But amidst all of this, what you're missing out is how you're being with your own self. Okay, are you being honest with your own self? Are you doing something that is going to cater to your inner child? Probably right now the answer is no, because you're living for the world and you're not living for yourself. And I know that right now you might be in your comfort zone because you get that high from people appreciating you, from people liking you for who you are. Or actually not for who you are, for who you project to be. Because if you have to tone down your, I would say, quirkiness, then it means that there's something wrong in the environment or the people that you're surrounded by. Okay? It's not your responsibility to make the world like you. Your responsibility is to just be yourself. Be your real, raw self, and the right people are not just going to like you, they're going to love you, they're going to appreciate you for who you are, for your authenticity, for your courage, for your uniqueness, for just you being you, pile number 1. We all have something to give to this world. But in order to do that, we need to find ourselves. We need to be okay with who we are. All of us are flawed. All of us have qualities that make us who we are. Be it good, be it bad. Nobody is perfect. But this comfort or this confidence you're going to get once you will sit with yourself and you will figure yourself out. There's a need for you to express yourself. There's a need for you to be unapologetically you. Okay? Right now you have 100 filters, 100 masks on you. And this is doing no good. Okay? This is doing no good. Because right now you're getting controlled by something. You're getting controlled by your own fears. And this is not good for you. You will not be able to reach your highest version or become the best version that you've always wanted to be if you're going to continue the same loop. So let whosoever judge you, let people say whatever, let them talk behind your back. Who cares, pile number one? If you really want to be happy in this life, now is the time for you to just be yourself. Be yourself, and you will see that the people that you're going to attract into your life will be the people that are going to stay throughout. Okay? They're going to stick by because they do not care as to what your flaws are. Till the time you're just being yourself, till the time you're being honest, you're being truthful, you're being upfront, you are communicating, you're embracing yourself. It's all good. And once you start doing this, you will start attracting better opportunities for yourself in almost all areas of your life. You will see a lot of physical transformation happening for you. You'll start feeling more happy. There's going to be a certain amount of magnetism to your personality. You will start seeing changes in your body. Again, I'm getting this message very, very strongly. A lot of transformation is going to happen if you will start being yourself. Okay? There is that niggling feeling inside of your soul where you're being pushed in a particular direction, but you are constantly running away. Okay? But you know what or who you want. You know what your soul needs at this point of time. This could be in regards to any area of your life, okay? This could be, for some of you, it's going to be career. For some of you, it's going to be your love life. For everybody, it's going to be different. Now, you have to see how it fits your story. Your soul knows what it wants, but it's your fears that are coming in between and stopping you from that progress or stopping you from taking that leap of faith. And it's time for you to face your fears and just go for it. Go for it in a way where you're not harming others, but you are kind of chasing your freedom. There's something around you feeling very caged, and your ancestors want to tell you that it's only you who's coming in between of what or who you really want at this point of time. So for example, if you want to change your career altogether and you're afraid of taking that risk, but in your soul you know that, I'm not happy in this job. I really want to quit and start, something of my own, or I want to just shift my company. Do it. If that is what your soul wants, do it. If you will always play safe, you will always be mediocre. Unless you're going to take risks in life, you will never ever be able to figure out how capable you are, or your actual potential you'll only be able to tap into when you will go outside of your comfort zone, pile number one. I'm not saying that go all broke. No. But only two things can happen. Now you got to understand this. Either you're going to learn, or you're going to just blow out and make your dreams come true. Any which way, there's no loss, okay? Even if you're not getting what you want, you will learn out of that process. But if you don't act upon your intuition, your instincts, that nudge, the constant nudge that you're getting, if you are not going to do anything about it, you will always be in that regret that, I did not even try once. So you have to come out of your own way if you really, really want something extraordinary to happen in your life. Okay? And your ancestors are supporting you. Your ancestors are protecting you. They got your back. They are the ones that really want you to listen to the calling of your soul. You're not doing that, but they really want you to do that. If you want to elevate in life, if you really want to, just become a better version of yourself, who wants to remain stagnant? I mean, you've got just one life. And it's all about growth. It's all about forward movement. We never fail in life, no matter if, for example, if I'm trying something and the result is not as per my expectation, that doesn't mean that I failed at it. It simply means that I did not reach where I actually wanted to, but still, it's a process, and I discovered something about myself in this entire process. I hope you're getting my point. I really want to give you that push for you to, actually do something for yourself. I feel very strongly that you've lived your life for others all this while. But now it's your time to live your life for your inner child, for the little boy or the little girl that's inside of you. Yes, you have responsibilities. I accept that. But you have a major responsibility towards your own self, and that should be your first priority. And that is what you're ignoring at this point of time. So start catering to yourself, pile number 1, because that is the need of the hour, okay? Also, there's a lot of anger that's inside of you. Now, this could be abandonment wounds. This could be something from your childhood. This could be, people just leaving you out in the cold, or you not being able to come to terms with certain endings that have happened on a personal level, be it romantic or otherwise. Or whatever experiences or hardships you've seen in your life till date that have not been very pleasant. So there is this pent-up energy that's inside of you that is kind of blocking your heart chakra, okay? That is why you're having throat chakra blockages also. Maybe you are someone who just withdraws your energy whenever there's a conflict because you do not know how to communicate. You do not know how to state your feelings or express your emotions. And then what happens? That spiral keeps on building up and it turns into anger. But then again, because you're not able to express that anger, because you're not able to let that emotion out of your system, it starts eating you up. And this needs to stop. Your ancestors want you to find healthy coping mechanisms rather than running away from your emotions. It's high time, pile number 1. Because if you are not going to do the needful right now, intuitively I feel very, very strongly that within the upcoming 5 to 6 months, you are going to go through a spiritual awakening. And it is then that the universe is going to push you in that direction. So either you start taking actions now onwards, or you wait for the universe to, kind of shower some tough love on you. Because either way, for the evolution of your soul, these lessons are important. It is important for you to go through these transformations. If you really want to evolve, if you want to remain mediocre, if you want to follow the herd, if you just want to be that one random person amongst thousands of people, that's your call. But your ancestors want to see you rise and shine. So if you're not going to do the needful, they will have to do it for you. And you will have to face the dark night of the soul within the upcoming 5 to 6 months. All right? So just start practicing, I would say, not exactly exercises, but start talking to people. You have people in your life whom you can trust, whom you can depend on, but you are pushing them away is what I'm getting. There's something around you either being with your soul tribe or people from your soul family, or you kind of being in that energy to attract these people who will be a part of your soul tribe. But again, if you're going to be so closed off, if you are not ready to invest emotionally in your connections, then it's going to be your loss, because you will be losing out on some very beautiful connections, and your ancestors really want you to deal with your trust issues. Please trust people whom you're feeling called towards intuitively. You have people in your life, especially women, okay? Regardless of what your gender is, there are at least 2 to 3 women in your life that you can count on, who are very important in your life and will be throughout your journey. You can pour your heart in front of these women, is what I'm getting. But again, you're not giving your connections a chance because of your issues or your unresolved trauma. There's a lot of baggage that you're carrying. I don't know how you've grown up. I don't know if you're carrying some childhood wounds, because again and again, there's a lot of pain around your heart, okay? And you are that person who has always run away from vulnerability, who feels that, you cannot cry in front of people, but you got to be gentle with yourself. You got to be gentle with yourself, pile number 1. All this while, you've been very hard on yourself. But now, please be gentle. Please be gentle, because the more soft that you're going to become, the more healing is going to take place, and the better connections you're going to have in your life. And this in itself is going to make you feel very happy and contented. If right now you're very dissatisfied and you're just, in an autopilot mode, this is going to change. This cycle is going to break, and it is very, very important. So please talk to people. Please start networking with people. Your intuition will tell you who's a part of your soul tribe, and the best way in which you can recognize these people is to just be yourself in front of everyone. And those who are going to accept you for who you are, in the sense that, you meet people who will tell you that, you're too loud, or you're too soft, or, you're too immature, behave like a mature adult and stuff like that. No. Those are not your people, because that's a part of your personality. Somebody who loves you will never ask you to tone yourself down. Okay? So you will always find people who will like you for the same nuances that somebody might have criticized you in your life. But again, neither of these, define you. What defines you is your relationship with your own self. Okay? That is the most important and the most fragile relationship that you're going to ever have in your life. Because nobody knows you better than yourself. Nobody knows you better than... Nobody knows your story. Except for yourself, nobody knows what you've been through all your life. It's just you. It's just you with your fears, with your tears, with your experiences, with your emotions. Because you have been through every single thing just by yourself. And it's very difficult to, make the world understand what you've been through. So it doesn't matter how you come across to be, or how people perceive you to be, or what they like or dislike about you. Do you like yourself? Do you like what you see in the mirror? If you like that, good. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to, turn a blind eye. I'm not asking you to be just, extremely self-obsessed, that you don't have any direction of right and wrong and stuff like that. Again, everyone's definition of right and wrong is going to be different. All I'm just trying to tell you is, your value shouldn't be dependent on another person's validation. You got to validate yourself. Until the time you are right in your eyes, you're good. You're good, okay? Because your soul needs to be happy. Your soul needs to be happy, pile number 1. You have I don't know why I feel like giving you a big hug, because you're not fine. I don't know why I'm getting this, but you're not fine. Emotionally, you're not fine. You're not sorted. And it's okay. It's okay. We all have our days. We all have our phases. Unless you're going to break down, you will never be able to come back together stronger. So it's okay to break down. It's okay to fall apart. It's okay to feel weak on certain days. It is completely fine and normal. Okay? So please start embracing and respecting your emotions, because only then it's possible for you to just love yourself unapologetically. Okay? So yes, overall, this is what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what your ancestors want to say to you right now. For you, we have: you are protected. Your guidance is divinely guided. Tiger. Independence and empowerment. And here we have shark. Okay. Although I don't think there is a need, but I will still cover this up over here because of the explicitity. Alright. Now, pile number 2. Your ancestors want you to know that you're highly protected. Okay. They got your back like always. You might not realize this because you're not very, I would say, receptive to the energies that are around you at this point of time. But what you got to understand is that every rejection or redirection that you are facing at this point of time in your life, be it in your career, your relationships, your friendships, your connections, or you just not being able to reach a particular place at a particular time, it's all happening for a reason. This is the way in which your ancestors are protecting you. You are being protected in ways that you cannot even think of at this point of time, but your ancestors want you to know that they always got your back. Okay, if you are moving in a wrong direction, they will pull you. They will pull you back. They will create events in your life that you might not like on the outside, but on the inside, everything that's happening is happening for your highest good. So if you are very disappointed with a particular person or an outcome, or any kind of delay, or anything that has not happened in your favor, or the way you were expecting things or events to kind of you were expecting them to turn out in your favor and they did not, that is because they were not meant to. At least not in the now. I cannot say about the future, but right now, if you're not getting something, that is because you're not supposed to have it. And this is what your ancestors want you to know. If you're feeling very stuck in your life, or if there are days when you do not know how to move about, just your day, your ancestors want you to call upon them. You got to ask for help. They are helping and protecting you even right now. But then they will be able to come to you, not just instantly, but will also be able to serve you or help you out in a better manner. Okay? So please connect with them, because they really want to connect with you. And they are only going to make your life easier. If right now you're not getting something or someone, they are making your life easier by doing that, because you cannot see the bigger picture, but your ancestors can. You do not know the ins and outs of a particular situation or a person, but your ancestors, they do know. And you got to respect them for that. So right now, please understand, pile number 2, that whatever is happening, even if you're not happy with what's happening in your life, you are being protected genuinely, and protected in a very high vibrational kind of a way, where any negative energy directed towards you is just going back to the sender. Okay? The current path that you're walking on, if you're confused that, should I go down this particular path, even though I'm feeling called to it intuitively, but I do not know if this is what I'm meant to do in this lifetime, then you're absolutely right. You are on the right path. If there's a particular career that's calling you, yes, it is calling you for a reason, because that is the career, or that is, maybe a side hustle that you're meant to have, or that is a career that you're meant to explore on the side. If you're being guided towards something, you got to understand that that guidance is divine sent. So please trust your instincts, because intuitively, you might not be in a very, I would say, grounded space to understand the difference between your anxiety and your intuition. But you are intuitive, I'm telling you. It's just that maybe whatever your intuition is telling you, you're not ready to accept that, or that is something that you do not want to hear. But listen to your intuition, because it's right, okay? Also, pile number 2, you will never know the future. Okay, if you are a very future-oriented kind of a person who likes to know what is going to happen, or what is going to be the final outcome of a particular situation, and then only I'm going to decide, my actions or what I'm supposed to do, then I'm sorry. You will always find yourself, going deeper into murky waters, I would say. Because you're not meant to know your future, at least not right now. Because what's happening with you is, the more safe you're going to play, the more comfortable that you're going to be, or the more, I would say, cautious you're going to be in regards to just mundane things. You will be just inviting more trouble into your life, because the universe wants you to, just go for it. Go for it. If you're feeling intuitively called to go down a particular path, please do not ignore that. Go for it, and do not try to, I would say, know everything, because you cannot know everything. So no matter what happens, unless it's by the will of the universe, God, the source, your ancestors, or any higher power that you believe in, you will not get the answers that you're seeking, because sometimes God or the universe, they want us to do the work. They want us to explore, because unless you're going to just dive deeper into it, you'll never be able to learn in life. A person learns when they go through some, I would say, difficulties, to be very honest. What your difficult times are going to teach you, your happy times are never going to teach you the same amount of, I would say, not exactly perfection, but resilience, hard work, courage, fearlessness. All these qualities, they develop in you the more you are down in the dumps, because then you have to pick yourself up. Yes, we pick ourselves up, but that too happens with the help of a higher power. Yes, we do the work, but where are we getting the strength from? There is a source that is feeding that strength into us, that is feeding that level of motivation into us. So you got to have faith in that higher power. Your ancestors want you to have faith in them, and take that leap of faith. If you want to take a leap of faith, take it. It's okay if the outcome is not going to be as per your wish, but any which way, I do feel that you know the path that you're supposed to go down, but it's just that you're doubting your capability or your capacity to expand, or just grow as a person. But growth is definitely going to look good on you, And for that, even if you have to go through certain obstacles, it's all going to be worth it. So your ancestors want you to continue working hard towards finding yourself, towards living your life purpose, towards just doing what you're meant to do in this lifetime. Okay? So follow the calling of your soul, because you have a soul purpose that's calling you, but you are questioning it. Again, you are someone who is intuitive, okay? You can tap into different dimensions, and whatever information that you're getting on an intuitive level, it's because you are able to draw that information from higher dimensions. You're someone who has a lot of vivid dreams, and your ancestors really want you to note down your dreams. You will get half of your answers if you'll start journaling the first thing when you wake up in the morning. Please maintain a dream journal. Whatever you remember out of your dream, be it just 2-3 instances you remember, that's okay. Write it down. Because when you're going to read after a week, you're definitely going to find something in those dreams that will provide you with the answers that you will be seeking then. Okay? Your ancestors actually communicate with you through your dream state. Okay? Because they are not able to communicate with you when you are wide awake. That is why they're using your dreams to help you out. But I don't know how much you're able to gain out of those dreams. So for you to make the most of it, it's important for you to note down your dreams, okay? Your ancestors want you to become fearless, yeah. Now is the time for you to just focus on how you can become the most independent version of yourself, without needing any kind of support from anyone, be it your family, be it your friends, your parents, your siblings, your lover, your companion, whatever it is. If you will be on the lookout for support, your ancestors are trying their best to put you in a place where you have to deal with life alone, because they really want to make you stronger. They want to make you a person who has thick skin, who is able to deal with challenges, because that is what you got to learn at this point of time. It's not that you cannot depend on your loved ones, but this version of you needs that independence. You got to learn certain lessons so that you understand your own worth or your value as well as your potential. Because sometimes what happens is we just feel that, if my father or my mother is not going to support me, I will not be able to do XYZ. And we kind of tolerate a lot many things, okay, because of that. And this could happen in any kind of a relationship, be it, romantic, with your siblings, your parents, whatever. I'm just throwing a random example right now. So, what happens is we become way too dependent because we feel that we are not enough, because we feel that it's not our cup of tea. Yes, it might not be our cup of tea, but who knows? We might just be able to do even better if we are doing it all by ourselves. Because eventually, we all are on our own. We are individuals first. Yes, we have a family. Yes, we have a lineage. We have our ancestors who are supporting us. But it's your ancestors who really want you to grow and become a better version of yourself. And that growth is only going to happen if you will stop depending on people for I'm not just talking about financial support right now. I'm also talking about, that emotional dependency or any kind of dependency for that matter, pile number 2. This is not a fight between how you should be with your family or your loved ones and, how you should think about yourself, blah, blah. No. What your ancestors want you to know right now is that you got to be your own person first. Because unless you can provide for your own self, unless you are self-sufficient, unless you are that person who gets your strength from your self who has that individuality to you, you will never be enough for the world. You've got to be enough for yourself first. And in order to reach that stage in your life, you will have to spend some amount of time just by yourself in your own energy, where you will go through a period of trial, error, and a lot of chaos might also happen. But the kind of power or the kind of strength that you're going to get, the way your character is going to build after those hardships, oh my God, you're going to be not just very, I would say, ferocious and powerful, but you will also become very calm, composed, and confident in yourself. And there's a very thin line between somebody being alone and somebody being lonely. The universe or your ancestors are trying to teach you how peaceful it is to be alone, how important it is to be able to sit with your own self without any external validation, be it people or be it any kind of digital media for that matter. So your ancestors want you to start enjoying your own company, to start loving yourself in a way where you feel complete on your own. If you're someone who is on the lookout for relationships because you want companionship in your life, because you feel that, I do not want to be alone and the world is getting married, what will happen if I get old? I'm already XYZ, whatever, the concept of age and everything. You will have to face blockages because your want to have a partner is stemming out of you not feeling complete in your own energy. Okay? And this is what your ancestors want you to understand, that with or without a partner, you're still worthy. With or without a partner, you're still complete. With or without a partner, you're still good. I don't know how many of you are going to actually be able to understand what your ancestors are trying to tell you through these messages, because I don't know why for some these messages could be really triggering, but that is not the point of this reading. The point of this reading is to tell you that you are good on your own. Please start loving yourself for who you are, because when you will love yourself entirely, pile number 2, is when you will be able to attract a divine connection into your life. If you really want to experience what true love is, you got to love yourself first. And there is a bit of deficit when it comes to the love that you have for yourself. Okay? Your ancestors also want you to not settle for any option that's coming your way in regards to your love life, just because you want to be in love, just because you want to have a partner by your side, just because you want to, just because you want to feel loved or feel that, you're important or there's somebody who cares for you. I know that this is very important on an emotional level, but what you got to understand is that when the time is right, your ancestors will send you someone who will not just be the kind of person that you've always wanted in your life, but will also be someone who's going to make you better. You will be able to grow with that person. And maybe you have some people in your life or some options who are worthy, but maybe you are not ready for them. Because there's some kind of imbalance in your romantic connections is what I can feel right now, where one person is not at par. And this is not in a demeaning manner. It's just that energetically there's some kind of imbalance, to be very, very honest. And if you have somebody in your life who is, I would say who is not treating you well, who's not able to provide you with the bare minimum, who is not catering to your emotional needs, who is making you feel stupid for you being sensitive, or for you having emotions, or for you being reactive, or just for anything that you're doing. That's not the one for you. That's not the right person for you. Somebody who makes you feel guilty for your feelings is any which way will never be able to provide you with that emotional, I would say, satisfaction, or that that emotional connect that you're on the lookout for. It's never going to come, because the other person is not ready to take emotional accountability, because they do not know how to deal with emotions. So please try and understand. Do not rush when it comes to your love life. Okay? Please give the other person enough time to prove themselves that they are worthy of you. And meanwhile, you got to become a better version of yourself so that you can be worthy of someone that you want to have by your side. Okay? There's also a need for you to, tap into your feminine energies, pile number 2. Okay? There are a bit of similarities to your pile and that of pile number 1. A bit of similarity, not, I would say, it's not just a copy paste of pile number 1, but you got to tap into your feminine energies. You got to tap into, you loving yourself, you practicing positive affirmations, you feeling positive about the way your body looks. And if you're not happy with that, please start working towards it. Dreaming and doing something for your dreams are two different things. And you got to have that balance, okay? So your ancestors really, really want you to just face your shadow side, okay? Do not run away from your shadows. Face your shadows. Especially during the night time, it's important for you to spend time with yourself in silence. You can journal, you can candle gaze, you can do any activity that is going to make you feel more connected to yourself. You can write poetry, you can listen to music, you can do, I would say, any kind of sketching, coloring, painting, or anything that's creative, where you are in sync with the divine feminine inside of you, with that energy, the feminine energy that's inside of you. You got to connect with that energy more, okay? And for some of you, intuitively, I'm getting this message. If you believe in Goddess Kali really wants to connect with you. She is connecting with you, but now you got to figure out, because everyone's journey and the way of connecting with Goddess Kali is going to be different. So I'm not going to tell you how you're supposed to connect with her energy. It's for you to discover how you can do that. But Goddess Kali really wants to connect with you, and she's actually protecting you right now. Okay? So if you are someone who wants to be fearless, if you're someone who's lacking that strength, that courage in life, she is filling your life with all of that. But for that, you got to put in the work. You got to do, or you got to come midway. Okay, because you both are co-creating, so you got to do your bit. Even if she's doing her bit and you're doing nothing, then you'll not be able to make the most of these high vibrational energies, right? So yes, pile number 2, do not rush into a relationship, and please work on your confidence, your independence, your, I would say, understand your worth, okay? Understand your worth. Stop sabotaging yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your soul. This is where I would like to end your reading. So yes, this is what I have for you. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what your ancestors want to say to you right now. For you, we have Archangel Michael is with you now. Get grounded. Crocodile. Magic in Crossroads. And we have Potion. Okay. Now, pile number 3. Your ancestors want you to know that they are not just by your side, but they are also sending you a lot of signs and synchronicities and are kind of answering your questions, because I do feel that you are someone who is spiritually attuned. You're an evolved soul and you connect with your ancestors or with the beings from higher dimensions on a daily basis. Okay, that is why your ancestors are giving you this confirmation that whatever you've asked them, okay, they are sending you signs, they are showing you the way, and it's for you to keep your eyes, ears and everything open so that you are able to receive those messages or the hints that they are sending your way. And if you've not done this till now, then use this as, their message to you, that if you're confused about a particular situation, throw them a question and tell them to show you the way, and wait for them to, answer you in ways that you cannot even imagine, I would say. Because, those answers are going to come in a very random manner, that you can see something on your phone, or you can just get a dream about something, or a song might remind you of something that is going to give you some kind of an answer, or you are going to see a tarot reading for that matter. I mean, they are helping you out and providing you with clarity that you're on the lookout for. And they really want you to have faith in them, that they will support you regardless of what your actions are. But they are surely telling you what you should choose or the path that you should be taking at this point of time. Okay? If you're feeling very emotionally overwhelmed, I feel that you are picking up on the energies of the people around you, because you're someone who's very, very sensitive. You're a highly sensitive person. You're an empath. And what happens when you're an empath or a highly sensitive person, you pick up on the energies of the people around you, or even if there's somebody who is not in the same city, but there is a telepathic connection that you share with them. Because I very strongly feel, you're someone who's very intuitive. You might have a lot of gifts to you, or you might be a tarot reader or a professional healer for that matter. Okay, so I'm just feeling that there are people from the healing industry who are going to choose pile number 3. And even if you are not a professional healer, then too this message is for you, that you are someone who is connected to a lot many spirits, or you pick up on entities or spirits or emotions for that matter. So what is happening with you, pile number 3, is that you're picking up on a lot many emotions, because certain energies are directed towards you, or there's something around people just projecting onto you, or you unintentionally picking up on their pain, or there's something around that. So just because I am getting this message again and again, I want you to please cleanse your energies on a daily basis, because with the kind of sensitivity that you have, you cannot escape not cleansing yourself. You have to cleanse your energies, and that too on a daily basis. Why? Because when you're someone who's as sensitive as you have no other option apart from keeping yourself protected, and you have to do multiple things for that. Okay, one is you can use sage to cleanse your energies. The other is for you to wear a protection bracelet or a crystal or a pendant. I would say to wear an anklet, a pendant or a bracelet, because that is going to be on your body for the most part. Whereas if you're going to keep a tumble crystal, be it black tourmaline, obsidian, agate or tiger's eye or rainbow moonstone, if you're going to keep that under your pillow, then you're just going to be protected while you are sleeping, or just when you're just lying down and stuff like that. But if the crystal is going to be touching your body, then that is going to provide you protection, not just for longer hours, but is also kind of, going to keep your energetic field, I would say, high vibrational. Your energetic field is also going to kind of become very tight, in the sense that it's going to deflect the negative energies that are in or around your auric field. Okay, it's very important for you to ground your energies. Again, it's a part and parcel of you being highly sensitive. So you can just walk barefoot in the grass, or you can, practice meditation. You can do yoga for that. You can sit on the floor and eat your food. You can wear more of red. You can eat more of root vegetables. But for the most part, I think if there's something that you need the most right now, is to just cleanse your energies on a daily basis. You can use even Epsom salt for that. But again, I would say you can just sage yourself, and you can wear a protection bracelet. That's a must for you. Especially if you're a reader or a psychic, or you are in the healing industry or the profession. You got to wear a bracelet. You got to have a protection crystal on your body. It's a must for you. And your ancestors really, really want you to kind of take care of these little things. Because if you're not going to take care of these little things, then you will be inviting energies that are not yours. Okay, you will be picking up on the energies that do not belong to you, that are not high vibrational, that will make you feel overwhelmed. You might feel like crying out of nowhere, or you might just get angry very often, or you're going to feel very fluctuating emotions. You're going to have many mood swings. So in order to avoid all of that, in order for you to not lose out on your productivity, in order for you to operate in a very high vibrational kind of a manner, you got to put in the work. All right. And also, I would say, filter down the people that you spend time with. Because I do think you have people in your vicinity that are not good for you. There are energy vampires. If you're a tarot reader, you got to have boundaries with the people who are taking readings from you. They cannot expect you to be available 24/7. They got to respect your boundaries. Please stop doing readings for friends for free. I know that this might not sit very well with certain people, but this is the message that I'm getting from your ancestors, that you have people in your energy field who are taking undue advantage of you being an empath, or you being someone who's naturally very emotional and very heart-centered. Okay, you are a beautiful soul, pile number 3. You are that person who operates out of your emotions. Okay, and that is why sometimes people feel that you're very gullible, and they end up taking more than they are giving, and there is this imbalance between the give and take. And that is when you start feeling that something's not right. So in order to avoid this entire chaos, it's important for you to have healthy boundaries with your family members and friends and close loved ones also, because it's important, because you're doing it for yourself. You cannot overextend yourself and live a happy life. Your ancestors want you to stop being the bigger person always. It's good to help people. Please do it. There's no harm in that. You can, there's so many NGOs, you can donate there, you can do charity, you can serve, street dogs, or you can just go to old age homes and do your bit of contribution. You can just donate food. There's so much to do. There's so many people who need our help. See that you're helping the right people, and you're doing it out of your free will. You're not doing it because somebody's expecting that from you. There's a difference between you doing it out of love and out of you wanting to do it, and there is this energy that I'm getting where people are kind of manipulating you emotionally and trying to take advantage of you being the kind of person that you are, because you're a very beautiful soul, pile number 3. Okay, your ancestors want you to have thick skin. I know that you've got that mushy kind of a soul, like, you know, your soul is very marshmallowish, I would say, where it's very, you're a very gooey person. I don't know how else do I explain this. So much of softness to you. Okay, you're like that chocolate cake, I would say. So be that person. It's beautiful. It is something that makes you you. But then boundaries are very, very important. Otherwise, you will just drown in the emotions of the people around you. So you got to cater to yourself, because you have a purpose over here. You're helping so many people. You're tapping into so many energies. You know, even if you are someone who goes to office and has a 9 to 5 kind of a job, then too you are absorbing the energies of your co-workers. You are kind of, you know, overextending yourself at the workplace, and you are underpaid but still working overtime, doing more than what is required, because you want to impress people, or because you do not actually want to disappoint people, because you cannot say no. And your ancestors want you to put a full stop over here, because it doesn't matter who is asking you for a favor, or who is kind of just dumping their responsibilities onto you, be it your personal relationships or professional. When you're done, you're supposed to say that this is what I can do, and I'm not going to go beyond this point, because this is not my job. Yes, people might feel that you are not being yourself, but if you do not do that, you won't have energy for your own self, is the message that I'm getting. You're doing too much of making others happy. And take some time out for yourself, yeah. Take yourself out on a coffee date. Buy yourself a present. You have been working hard for such a long time. You're a very, very hardworking soul, pile number 3. And it's important for you to have some downtime. Otherwise, burnout is right around the corner. Sleep well. You're not sleeping well. Your sleep cycle is pathetic. I know I'm saying your sleep cycle is pathetic, but my sleep cycle is also just down in the dumps, is what I'd say. So I'm taking this message for myself as well, that I need to sleep properly. But your ancestors here, they really want you to sleep on time and sleep well. Okay, you're not sleeping enough. Also, pamper yourself. Even if you're at home, you know, keep at least one day out of the 7 days we have in a week where you're not doing anything, you're chilling, watching a movie, going out, whatever makes you happy. You taking long baths or showers, or you using a face pack, doing your skincare, or just getting a haircut done, whatever. It could be as random as you know, playing video games, or you listening to music. Anything that makes you happy, that makes you feel loved, is what you're supposed to do, because it's important for your soul. That is the soul food that you're providing yourself, and it is actually going to help you function in a better manner. And if you're not going to do that, you are going to feel depleted. So why to feel depleted when we know, you know, what we can do about the entire situation? So your ancestors want you to be gentle with yourself and take care of yourself. You're very much busy in taking care of your clients, your co-workers, your boss, the people around you, your family members, your pets for that matter, or just anyone and everyone except for yourself. And this needs to stop. Okay? Your ancestors also want you to know that you have a lot of psychic gifts to you. So if you're not a professional healer, I'm here to tell you that you will explore the healing industry at least once in this lifetime, where you will practice magic, or you being a Reiki healer, a tarot reader, a numerologist, you tapping into astrology, or just you practicing any modality or divination tool for that matter, but you are going to do it because it is something that comes very naturally to you. Your ancestors have blessed you with psychic gifts. You are someone who can interact with spirits. You can actually talk to spirits, I would say. For some of you, you can even see spirits. This is not going to be for everyone, but you can see spirits, you can talk, you can communicate, you can, talk to higher dimensional beings is what I'm getting. But at the same time, you also have this energy around you that attracts even dark energies. So that is why it's important for you to, keep your auric field very high vibrational and very tight, okay? Your ancestors want you to work with the moon, okay? Work with the moon. Moon magic is something that you're going to be excellent at. You manifesting around the new moon is something that, that's going to blow your mind. If you manifest around the new moon, chances of your manifestations coming true in time, even before time, are very, very high. Moon and you are highly connected, and that is also because either you have a Cancer moon, or any water sign for that matter is your moon sign, and at the same time you are someone who's very intuitive, very psychic. Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps right now. You're very psychic, especially if there is any kind of connection that you have with the number 13 in any which way, then this message is 100 times more for you, because it's all about you connecting with the esoteric world. It's all about you tapping into different energies and entities and figuring about, what is beyond this earthly plane. You are that person who's very intellectual, you're very spiritual, your spiritual gifts are only going to grow with time. Okay, and your ancestors want you to know that you have been blessed with these gifts because you're meant to use these gifts in this lifetime and help the people at large. You're meant to raise the vibrations of this planet by providing your knowledge, your expertise, by giving out healing to people in some way. You might have often noticed that you attract a lot of damaged people towards you. And that is because of your light. That is because of your energy field. That is because you are meant to soothe souls that are crying, that are not at peace, that are suffering. You're meant to, I wouldn't say put an end to suffering, but you are meant to make the lives of people better and provide them with a lot of calming energy, as well as a lot of comfort, a lot of love, because you have that capacity to give. Again, because you have the capacity doesn't mean that you will not have boundaries, but you're very powerful. I just want you to know that you do not yourself know how powerful you are. You have the power of 3 magicians inside of you. You're that powerful. Your ancestors want you to stop fearing change. Change is the way of life. Okay? Change is the only constant. And you're being asked to just be as adaptable as you can, because it's with the help of these changes that you will be able to not just find yourself, but also grow in life. You will be able to become a better channeler, I'm getting. So do not stick to something just because it's a part of a 5-year plan. If today you're feeling drawn towards the healing industry in any shape, way or form, Give it a try because it's your soul calling, because it's your life purpose. Okay? And even if you're not feeling pulled towards this path, that's okay. If not now, then definitely in the future, because spiritually, at this point of time, you're not just developing, but you are ascending in a way that I won't be able to explain at this point of time, because everyone's ascension journey is also going to be different, okay? So I do not want to put you in a box or something like that. I want you to experience your own journey and see how you can, just maneuver around it and create your own rules. Create your own rules, pile number 3, because you are not meant for this world. You're not meant for this 3D world. You're someone who is a visionary. You're someone who's very, very different. You're someone who's very misunderstood also, I would say. And it's okay. It's completely okay. Let the world misunderstand you. Let them call you names. Let them, just treat you the way they want to treat you. Because the kind of impact that you're going to leave on this planet is something that it's something that is not just magical, but it is beyond your imagination. You yourself don't know how powerful you are. And you are going to discover a lot many aspects to your personality when you will be in that energy of embracing life as it comes. When you will start listening to your own intuition. If you're a psychic already, there's a lot of growth. You have the potential to make a huge name for yourself in the healing industry. A huge name for yourself. Because there are gifts, these gifts you do not need to learn. Yes, learning is very, very important, but there are certain things that you do not learn. There are certain things that you're born with, and it's just like, how you build your muscles is the way how you build your psychic gifts. And that is what you are doing on an everyday basis. Pile number 3. I would really love to know who you are, because you are magnetic, you are powerful, you are someone who is meant to, I would say, create some kind of a revolution before you leave this planet. There's something revolutionary that you're going to do. And this is a very strong message, because your ancestors have chosen you to do this work. They have chosen you to do this work, and you are going to do it like you own it. Your energy is very different, and it's very, very, I would say, it's a very powerful energy. Very powerful energy. And yes, the last message that I'm getting for you is again around your sleep cycle, because your ancestors want me to emphasize on that. You got to take out time to rest well, because if you're not going to rest well, you'll not be able to channel properly, you'll not be able to listen to your intuition. That is why, please take a day off. Let your work get delayed. It's okay, because everyone who understands how this energy work happens, they know that delays are a part of this entire cycle, because your reader or the person who is doing Reiki or anything for that matter, that person is not going to be energetically a 10 on 10 on every day. And if that person is not energetically fine, of course they cannot read for you, because they do not want to compromise on the quality of their work. So delays are fine, but the quality of work should not be compromised upon. And that is why, please let your work be. Go off social media, take a break, sleep well, eat well, cater to yourself. Do something that's going to rejuvenate your soul. And even if you're in a 9 to 5 pile number 3, please take a day off. I know that you must be thinking that it's not easy for me to take a day off, but you got to do something. You got to do something about it where you are resting. Because if you are not going to rest, then your body is going to force you. So in order to avoid that, burnout, please start taking at least one day off out of the 7 days that we have in a week, and you'll be sorted. And please improve your sleep cycle, okay? I'll do it too. I'm with you on this, okay? So this is what I have for you, yeah? I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!